Hello, hello everyone. There we go. All several of you. Real quick before I get started, do you guys hear my fan blaring in the background? It's warm here in Mexico. It looks like it is. I hope that's not obnoxious. Let me see if I can turn that down. According to OBS, it looks like it. Let's see here. Let me know if that's better. I do need to get some airflow in here, though. It's warm. How is everyone doing this evening? A few of you joined for the short stream that I did in Discord back on Monday, I believe. And that was fun. I still don't know if this is going to be like a regular thing, but I thought I'd try it out. So... there we go. Is everything okay with the chat? I don't know if I have this set up properly. It's been so long since I've done this. There we go. Okay, it looks like it should be. Let me know on Discord or whatever if you guys have an issue there. Heads up. So, before we get into this, there'll be some spoilers from if you saw the last episode. We're working on editing episode 9 at the moment. And, but we're currently recording like episode 11. So, still a little bit behind. So why don't I talk about plans a little bit while I do this farm run. Also, does anybody know why they moved the leprechaun back over here? Because didn't they make a quality of life change to move him over here? Like, I thought they moved him like right there. But, yeah, we did a short stream on Discord, like, with just a couple of people. And, again, I'm not sure if this will be a permanent thing, but we'll see. But plans. So the episode that we just released, it was doing BA, right? We're now in the middle of the Revenant grind. And I believe I talked about it a little bit in that episode, but essentially the plan there is tutorial skipping for Rev tasks and then killing Rev's Scold on task. So that's the plan there. Give me 1 second. I want to pull. Make sure this is okay. Good. Yeah, so that's the current plan, and we have had a few rev tasks so far. Shortly, I'll show you guys the progress there. But currently we're super dry. I've tutorial skipped like, excuse me, I've tutorial skipped like 75 tasks with no Revenant task. But we've done, I think, 4 so far. The other issue is that I never noticed that Revenants have a extension. So those first 4 tasks weren't extended. The next one would be. I also had the toggle on for like jellies and neck reels and stuff like that in the wilderness. And then the funny thing is now I've fixed all those things. And I've also set up a block list. I have 4 common tasks blocked. And now is when I've been getting unlucky, despite my chance being highest to actually get a rev task. So that sucks. But the goal there is to get the rev weapon first, and then we won't be tutorial skipping anymore. We'll probably just be doing regular, like Wildy Slayer. And there's a bunch of stuff we want from Wildy Slayer. I mean, the Void Waker, first of all, would be an awesome item. It's like slightly worse than the Whip, slightly worse than the Hosta, I think, in both Slash and Stab. And then there's just a ton of clogs. And I figured that this is the point at which it would make the most sense to do Wildy Slayer. Because once we're late game, 90 Slayer, you know, max combat stats, there's so much other stuff we want to do Slayer-wise that I think that Wilderness Slayer is not really going to be a priority at that point. So that's the plan. Yeah. But how's everyone doing today? I don't see anybody chatting, so that's why I keep worrying about if maybe I messed something up in terms of the setup. If you guys are quiet, that's fine too. I just didn't think that but so yeah, this stream, I don't think it's going to be super long today, but we're going to we're gonna try to get another rev task, essentially. And for those of you who are curious, I will show you the progress that we've made so far. But yeah, I spent like most of the evening yesterday skipping. With no luck. I think the last task we finished on the stream on, on Monday. And I still haven't gotten another one yet. So I don't know if anybody is watching, if you guys are into more new recent hobbies of mine, of sorts, if that's the right word for it, is whiskey and cigars. So last stream, I figured I would share that with you guys. So I think that today, for today's stream, we will last stream we drank my favorite go-to scotch, and so this is going to be my favorite go-to bourbon today, I think, which is the, let's see, where's my preview? There we go. Knob Creek 9-year. This is my go-to bourbon if anybody is into whiskey in the chat. Very, very good, but and also not super expensive. I'm not paying attention to my farm run. What am I missing? Fortis, okay. You can get this for like, I don't know, $30 a bottle or something. So, you know, it's more expensive than Jack Daniels or something, but for something to drink neat, it's not bad, and it's one of my go-tos. Very good value, I would say. Only problem is it's like kind of lukewarm because it's not. So when it comes to liquor, you're not supposed to drink it cold, but like room temperature. But that was a little weird because it's just been warm today. And then, let's see, as a pairing here, last stream we had smoked an Oliva O, I think, which is a fantastic cigar. I think this is what we're going to go with, which is the Arturo Fuente Montesino, which is in this sampler that I tried this one I don't know, a week or two ago. A nice, milder cigar from Arturo Fuente. Yeah, excellent aroma. That's what that looks like. Price-wise, I actually don't know what this goes for because I got it in that sampler from them, so I didn't buy it individually. So I don't know. Catherby. Good. But what's everyone up to today? How's your day going? I closed out the chat. Where are we at? There we go. Unfortunately, you're boring and sober. Well, I should clarify. So I am not a drinker, really, despite everything that I just went through. I actually, so although I've been getting into whiskey, I can't remember the last time I've been drunk. So I'll drink one of those like a couple times a week or something like that. I don't really drink in that sense. To be fair, like I'm from Wisconsin originally, and people make fun of Wisconsinites for being heavy drinkers, and it's like a joke that for Wisconsin, having a couple beers doesn't count as drinking. So perhaps that's what I'm doing, but I really don't consider myself a drinker. Like, and prior to getting into whiskey, I never really drank. I just, but now I enjoy it. I enjoy the variety of flavors. Like I mentioned, the whiskey that we drank on Monday, that's in one of my go-to scotches, but it's a very, very different flavor profile than that one. Now I'm not super sophisticated, and like I'm not gonna tell you getting hints of hickory and nutmeg and whatever else. I just got a sound notification, and I don't know what that is for because I set those up years ago. But thank you for subscribing or whatever just happened. I'm sorry. I really don't have this like set up properly. But also, if you guys are like donating stuff, don't do that. I don't. I don't really plan on doing. I don't plan on doing like this full time or anything like that. Also, I just realized I think that the chat is like super delayed. Yeah, I think it is. I think that's part of the issue here. I just realized I don't have this on low latency mode. Can I fix that in any way? But let me see, what's the latency at? I think that might have been the issue I was having with the chat earlier. Okay. Okay, yeah, it looks like there's maybe like a 30-second delay or so. So I apologize. Next time I will set the stream latency to low latency if we do this again. Yeah, first couple puffs of this is excellent. The first actually few, Arturo Fuente is a very, very highly like respected manufacturer of cigars, but the first few they didn't really get me right. They just didn't sit well with me. I still like Oliva better, I would say. Which if I were ever to take on a sponsorship, I would love to do Oliva sponsorship. But as I've tried some of their other lines, I do like some of Arturo Fuente's work. So, okay, without further ado, yeah, I'm sorry, I heard the sound notification for, I don't remember what that's for. but somebody did something, and so thank you for that. But you know, you guys don't need to be. I don't have channel memberships or anything like that, just because I'm really more focused on my business and stuff at the moment, and I seem like an IT guy. No, I actually went to school for computer science, but my small business is business to business lead generation and marketing, which is probably doesn't fit with my personality, honestly. It just turned out to be something I'm good at. So, I mean, I'm a RuneScape player, for fuck's sake. I'm autistic, right? Like, you wouldn't think that sales is like the kind of thing that I would be into. Like, I coach cold callers. But it kind of just worked out for me, and it's a long story, but I just started a new agency doing that, and so that's been taking up most of my time. And this YouTube thing is kind of more just on the side for fun. So that's why I don't have. That's why I don't know what happened there when somebody did something, but yeah, don't donate or anything, because I don't really plan on doing this full time. So that's why I don't have like channel memberships or anything like that set up, because I don't feel like I'm gonna provide enough value for that. So I don't feel like selling it. But spoiler alert, we got this from Revs, so that was sweet. We got super spooned on that. Now, luckily, this thing isn't like useless anymore, so that's good. But it's definitely not the best rev weapon we can have. So we're still doing the skip for either the bow or the mace. And I've been thinking about it. I think I would prefer the mace. I think I would prefer the mace the more I've been thinking about it. Because for the primary bosses and stuff like that in the wilderness, I think the mace would be better. Oh, and then I also use this to do an RDO task. And speaking of the mace, we got this thing as well. So we could upgrade that. And actually, I was looking into this the other day, and the Ursine Chain Mace is like a comparable crush weapon to the Zami Hasta, like without the wilderness bonus. So if we got the mace, it would be like a super sick crush weapon outside of the wilderness as well. Like way better than a cudgel. I think it was I think it was comparable to the Hasta in terms of crush. So that would be really, really sick to get. I think it was slightly worse than the Hasta. And then again, the Void Waker is slightly worse than the Whip, slightly worse than the Hasta and Stab. So, yeah, so that's where we're at. So, farm run's done. Let's go back to Lunars so that we can keep... I've been talking too much. So that we can keep skipping. Where the hell's my rune pouch? There we go. And then the next episode that's coming out is kind of us finishing up the prep for revs and stuff, and we did a bunch of LMS, but I suck at LMS. I still haven't... I've gotten better at it through the games that I played, but I still haven't won a game yet. And I've noticed that when I was playing it, there wasn't really any bots for some reason. I just realized I don't really have a way to get anywhere other than that's alright, we'll minigame teleport. Once I convert to Lunars, that is. What was I saying? What was I talking about? Oh, LMS. So I started to get the hang of it a little bit, and there wasn't any bots playing when I was I don't know if they all got banned or whatever, but everyone always told me there's like a bunch of bots. And like your strategy to get points with LMS if you don't know how to PvP is just kill a couple bots and get as high as you can. Now that strategy firstly doesn't really work for us because we need wins. We need the cape for the log, right? Those capes. So I need to figure out how to actually get good at PvP, and I'm sure that'll come with time. However, so in this particular occasion, we were playing and we figured things out. Like I got top 4 finishes, maybe 5 to 10 times, something like that. But I couldn't win a game still. So if anybody watching is very good at LMS or something like that, please let me know. I could use some coaching. Yeah, actually with the first few puffs of that, there was a little bit of harshness, but it's kind of fallen off. Yeah, so I apologize about the setup issue. It seems there's like a 30-second delay or so, something like that. So I will make sure I set it to low latency mode the next time we do this, so it's more interactive. So this is what we've been doing with skipping. I actually I need to take a trip to the wilderness real quick for runes. And I just realized I was on Lunar Isle as well, where I need to buy astral runes, but yeah, so, and then with the revs, we are now, let me check. We've been safe spotting the Revenant Knight, and it's been pretty chill once I figured out the proper safe spot to do. But it's been so long since, so we have 389 kills scold on task. But now that I have them extended, it should be a lot better. I should get like, I don't know, 150 assigned, maybe kill like 200 with bracelets or something, or close to 200, where previously we were killing like 100 with bracelets. So really, fingers crossed we get the mace. Also, if we get the avarice, then I might consider killing them off task as well. But right now, honestly, my biggest limiting factor is I don't need to go down there. I need to buy runes. It's actually my skull timer, honestly. Like the place they're safe spotting them, I really don't see people very much. But yeah, the skull timer is kind of the because I get a 20-minute skull from the guy in Edgeville. And we kill as many as we can in that period. Honestly, with how few cosmic runes are stocked in the wilderness shop, the rune shop, I should probably just make them with double cosmic runes. That'd probably be faster, wouldn't it? Maybe we'll try that. Because usually every time I try to go to the rune shop in the wilderness, there's only like 5 or 10 cosmic runes stocked. Because also I think it's the only place that irons can buy them until like Prif or something like that, right? Yeah, the other thing I'm excited about with revs is that we should have basically unlimited GP. Once we're done with that grind. And also something I realized through doing the RDO, the little bit of RDO I've done, is that the new wilderness bosses are actually awesome. Back in my day, the wilderness bosses were still kind of shit. They were the one when they just like wandered around the wilderness, you know? But they're much better now, and their drop tables are awesome. Very, very strong. So yeah, I think we're gonna try to just make some cosmic runes quick. I think that would be faster actually than going to buy them, because that shop's always we only need a couple hundred. It shouldn't take long, and this isn't supposed to be a rune crafting stream. Yeah, something like that. I think I have the agility level for the highest level shortcut now too. so many PKers. I don't know where I was at in the wilderness at the audio. I only died once, and it was because I wasn't paying attention. But it seems like the low level ones, it's pretty hard to die, especially if you have the Wilderness Hard Diary. So quick spoiler on the stats, we're now up to 63 Slayer. And so that means we could realistically do the Wilderness Hard Diary. I need to reorganize my bank again. Where's my... yeah, we could realistically do that diary if we wanted to. Oh, I need the talisman too, don't I? Oh. There we go. This should be like 90 runes per trip or something like that, so I think that's faster than actually hopping worlds and buying them from the wilderness. Yeah, but at RDO, I didn't run into a lot of PKers. I did see that the Voidwaker piece from Venenatus is like by far the most expensive. It's like 5 times the other pieces. So I don't know if there's a lot more PKers at that spot or something. Or maybe other people just don't do that boss as much for another reason. I don't know. There we go. I don't know what I'm missing there. And then I noticed the Vedion piece was the cheapest. It was only like 5 mil or something. But I think that might have to do with the... I think that one had the best like normal drop table. Like RDO dropped Toad Flaxes, but Calvarian dropped like Snapdragons or something like that. Yeah, that's decent. I think just like 2 more runs and we'll be good on Cosmics for a bit for NPC contact. Or maybe just 1 more because I'm going to run out of run energy. Yeah. But anyways, with 63 Slayer, I have a Wild Pie from like an Impling or something like that. And so I should be able to do the Wilderness Hard Diary with that. And then we just need smithing. And so I've been AFKing some Motherlode Mine a little bit. And also I have most of that banked, I'm pretty sure. I think the requirement's 75. But I think I have like 70 something banked. So we could probably boost for that as well. But I might buy some more gold ore, especially since we have a bunch of Alks in the bank. Because I need to make more like... Oh, actually that reminds me. I ran out of dual rings. That means I got to go back and... I got to go back to the normal spellbook to make those. God damn it. Everyone does Calvarian for Deepex. Why is that? Why that one specifically? Why Calvarian specifically? Is it just it's the easiest? I believe Calvarian was the one that you basically needed. Actually, I need more cosmic runes than if I'm going to enchant, right? So let's just eat up these. And we'll do 1 more. And then we'll head to Lunar Isle with the... there. And then we can home teleport to Lunar Isle. Do it like that. Because you really need supplies and can dodge his attacks. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair. RDO used a lot of supplies. But blighted supplies are like basically free. Like, well, especially for me. But that's because, again, we need to win 1,000 games of LMS. So at a bare minimum, that's 7,000 LMS points. And I think green logging the rest of LMS besides those capes is like, I banked the goddamn talisman. Green logging the rest of LMS is like 2,000 points or something like that at a maximum, I think. So, so yeah, LMS points are pretty much. I'm not sweating using them for supplies at all because I need to figure out how to get good and get wins. So, and yeah, and I actually should mention it's not even. It's way more than 7,000 points because that's 7,000 assuming that you win 1,000 games in a row, which is not really realistic. I've heard like good people saying they can win like 25% of games or something like that. So LMS was fun though. I will give it that. Although I still suck at it. I did enjoy it. But yeah, especially with whatchamacallit. The Castle Wars crates. I got a bunch of blighted supplies from those as well. I think I'm at around 500 Castle Wars tickets now. So, we're over halfway to the log. But I think I'm... Now what am I going to do? I need to make a Ring of Dueling. Oh wait, I'm an idiot. I can just teleport using the spell with runes. Wherever it is. Moon Clan. There we go. This is very, very scuffed. I also need to actually make the rings. So let's do that. I think I have a handful of emerald rings in the bank from Bird's Nest and stuff like that. But yeah, I really hope we can get a new task though done soon though. Yesterday I did like 60 something skips with no luck, which is unfortunate. But the other benefit of this plan is that we have knocked out a few other collections, like bronze boots. That wasn't from tutorial skipping. I just went and got that. And I've stopped doing Ranarr tasks every 10th, but I've started doing them again like every 50th, just because it was just too slow. And these are the stats. Ranarr tasks still take me a while. Killing 150 hellhounds or whatever. Yeah, that is rough. I think if you have the max like best block setup, it's like 1 in 24, which I don't. But maybe it's, I don't know, 1 in 30 or something. I have the thing checked off for jellies, so I can't get those anymore. I also have lesser demons, greater demons, black demons, and magic axes blocked. To be fair, that's also... I probably could go knock out some more quests and get another block slot as well, if this continues to be an issue. Nope. Wonder if I have... There's some emerald rings. Are those tab 2? There we go. Is your chat working? Yes, it is. Flixer, welcome. And so since YouTube, I think music is still an issue when streaming. I stole the idea from No Monkey to use Hollow Knight and Factorio music. Both fantastic games. Factorio might be one of my favorite games ever, actually. Factorio is fantastic. Anybody in the chat Factorio fans? Did anyone play the Space Age expansion? Very well done for a DLC, I would say. I beat the new expansion and then went back. I was like in the middle of another playthrough when I decided to pick this up again. Factorio is something that would be super fun for me to stream, but I feel like it's not not really a spectator sport. Yeah, Factorio is a fantastic game. It's very smooth. The quality of life and controls, it's like all very intuitive, so it makes it very easy to pick up, and the progression's very good. It's definitely not for everybody, though. Like, if you're not a nerd who likes like designing systems and stuff like that, it's just not for you, probably. I just realized my law runes aren't in here. Astral runes, something like that. Earth runes. There we go. Yeah, but it's a fantastic game. Highly recommended. So is Hollow Knight. I need to like, I can't remember if I actually finished Hollow Knight. OSRS and Dota 2. I've never played Dota. I got into League once upon a time a few years ago. Back in high school, what happened to my luscious locks? You mean my miskempt mop on my head? That was, man, I was such a bum back in those days. I tried to clean myself up a little bit. I get distracted. Anyways, I tried out League, and it was fun, but and then I used to play Smite back in like high school. I spent way too much time playing Smite in high school for like a year or two. I put like 1,000 hours in that game in like a year. It was ridiculous. Emerald, is that air runes? Okay. There we go. Let's make these rings of dueling and get back to work. Yeah, I have the construction level to set up my house properly. I'm just missing other things. I would love to build the Nexus and stuff in my house. I probably have the GP now from Revs. I have probably a mill or two in Alex. But I'm still really missing law runes, which I suppose I could buy. But I don't know. I think that after the wilderness grind, I would really like to get either Guardians of the Rift greenlogged or 99 rune crafting, or both, and get a bunch of like runes and stuff stacked up, and get that log out of the way. I think that just seems like something that would be good to just kind of knock out. You guys may miss the hair, I don't. So part of what I'm trying to do with my business is, got those cosmic runes in there. What about those astrals? There we go. I'm trying to be like a professional marketing agency, and a lot of what I serve is professional services. So things like consultants, investment bankers, that kind of thing. And so I'm trying to set myself apart by presenting myself well, because in that industry, it's kind of like a Silicon Valley industry, in that like everyone wears like hoodies and stuff like that, and I'm not really a fan of that. Crawling hands, very well. Okay, let's go get set up for skipping. Hopefully this doesn't take long. I'm already like 75 tasks into trying to get this rev task. So okie dokie, where's my gear? I lost my amulet of power when I died doing RDO, and I can't make another one, so that's unfortunate. So I guess I'll just wear the salve. I don't really have anything else to wear for ranged. I haven't come back to BA at all, by the way, so points are still the same as last time. But okay, let's just grab a fresh one. I always forget stuff when I do this. I need a rope for some tasks. I need a light source. The Drayman staff. I need the Artie Cape for fairy rings and spirit trees. I think that's good for now. We'll figure things out. There we go. Crawling hands. This is another task that we could definitely get collection logs from, so that's nice. I know they dropped the head, the crawling hand thing that you can mount in the house. And then do they drop like iron boots or something like that as well? Nope. Conrad, if you're still there, when I go back to Wisconsin Saturday, I have an appointment at the bank at like 10:30, I think. But I could probably head your way after that. On Saturday, excuse me, that Saturday, the like 2nd of May or whatever. Conrad, for those who are in there, or Cheeseburger, he's been editing the videos, so he's the one that you can blame for them taking so long. But he's also an artisan baker. So, are we having a party? I don't have a whole lot of interest in partying, but I have interest in trying your bread and talking to you about your growth strategy. That sounds interesting to me. You can grab some cigars. I would be down to have a cigar with you. Is there a cigar shop over there? I'm not going to dox you, but over there where you live. If you don't know what to get, I can get you some suggestions of something that you might like. But I'd be down to have a cigar and a couple of drinks, maybe. Really? I find it hard to believe there's a nice cigar selection where you live. Oh, you just grab the cool looking ones? To be fair, all cigars look cool. It's definitely the sexiest way to consume tobacco. So, yeah, 151 tasks. The last one was like... The last rev task we had was we were at like 75. So... hopefully we can get lucky. Nope. Pretty sure Blood Veils is really terrible too, because that's the only place you can kill them is in the God Wars dungeon, right? Also, why does Turiel... Maybe somebody knows there's a better way around this, but when I NPC contact Turiel, he gives me like 3 times as much dialogue as when I just talk to him in person. Is there like a setting or something I can change, or is it just always like that? Because he's like, by the way, you should go check out this Stronger Slayer Master. And by the way, you still have a task from Cristelia, but I can reset it if you want. Is there any way around that? No. By the way, if you're going to do tutorial skipping, definitely do the, what is it, Death of the Dordishan, or whatever quest unlocks this cave, because it's way, way faster than doing it in the Lumber Swamp. For these things, for the cave bugs, for whatever else. Yeah, and Conrad, if you come to Mexico sometime, there's a nice cigar lounge close to where I live as well. That's pretty fun. This stuff is marked up quite a bit, though. Come on, we're only like 80 tasks dry. Give me a revs already. I missed it. What is... I skipped through it. Hellhounds, okay. You're still doing the church live streams? Alright. Yeah, it was Hellhounds. Dwarves. grab another games necklace quick while we're at it. Yeah. I am excited for once we get that other wildy weapon, though, because there's actually so much good stuff to do in the wilderness. And having 2 of the weapons will be good, because that scepter, although it's not the best one by any means, it is... it's really good at some of the other things that, like Scorpia, Chaos Fanatic, RDO, that kind of thing. It's I think best in slot there. So it is good. It's just not as widely good as like the mace or the bow. And again, I'm still hoping for the mace. I think the mace is better for most of the bosses and stuff. The bow would be better, to be fair, for continuing to grind Revenants, though. So I would not be displeased either way. But hopefully I'm not just killing dwarves and cave slimes all day. Because like I said, it's been almost 80 tasks, I think. I've seen some horror stories on Reddit, though. I've seen some people say that they've gone like 250 dry. Last night when I was doing this, I like double checked all my Slayer settings, made sure I didn't do anything. Wasn't doing anything wrong. Something I was thinking, maybe you guys have some insight on this. What's the meta for Kingdom nowadays? Because I still see a lot of people doing trees, which I assume they're doing for nests. And perhaps, I think over the long term, that might be the way to go for the evil chicken outfit and stuff like that. I heard there's a better way that you can kind of grind that out nowadays, with something to do with forestry. But I guess, you know, the more passive eggs we can get, the better. But I was thinking short term in terms of like normal account progression. You could put in hardwood for construction. Yeah, I thought about that. I was thinking about coal too. But I don't know, like doing full herbs and then half coal. That's something I was thinking about for because I feel like you get a surplus of Addy and Ranarr and whatnot through PVM and stuff like that. At least in the short term until we get, you know, like 99 smithing or whatever. Especially since construction's not an issue on this account. Honestly, I'm sure that with this level, like, we're not really rushing to get anything. You get a lot of coal from PVM. What drops a lot of coal, though? You could be right. Then maybe maples would be the way to go, because again, construction's not really a concern. Spiders. See, that would be awesome if I had another wildy weapon. Early construction cave would be pretty sick. You are right. You are right about that. Lizards. Yeah, early construction cape would be pretty sick. Let's take a look at the banked XP thing. So apparently right now, if I were to convert the... hold on a second. Let me get to killing lizards and then... Ah, wait, I caught myself. I need ice coolers. So I just put it into the banked XP calculator. Just with the mahogany and teak logs that I have in my bank, if I were to use those on mahogany homes, I would already be at level 89. So... And those logs are pretty much exclusively from Wintertod, I think. I need more of those soon, actually. So, you got a lot of bars and armors and stuff. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I suppose I haven't really... Giant's Foundry is new for me, so I haven't really thought much about the impact that has on our overall progress. Yeah, if somebody has contacts with Oliva or Toro Fuente, that would be a sick channel sponsor that I would wholeheartedly promote. Oh, that's another side thing that I'm working on. So, since I've been spending a lot of time on lunars and I don't have all my teleports in my house, I've been slowing down a lot on farm runs. But I've been working on... I did some calculations on like the herbs and stuff that I need. Actually, I think I have it written down somewhere in my like work notebook that I just like jotted down. Yeah, so I need approximately 3,500 Terramins or a little bit less of Harlanders. But I think Terramins are better to use. And this is also why I should get going with Kingdom soon, right? Because Kingdom gives you a lot of those low-level herbs that you need. And then about 2,000 Aventos and about 1,000 Lantidimes. For the Aga, I think Lantidime is the best way to go because it's like all the other herbs are really important, I think, in that tier. The Lantidimes are used for what? Anti-fires? That's it, pretty much. So... so I've been working on stacking those up. Honestly, I think I have the seeds that I need for those, minus the Lantidimes. Like, I don't have a lot of Lantidime seeds. So the other thing I was thinking about is finishing off... whatchamacallit? What's the farming thing? Because I think if you get hard farming contracts, you get more higher level seeds, so that should get me the Lantidime seeds that I need. But... Oh, and as you can see, I bought the automatic ice cooler thing for this, and that's because it's a permanent unlock, so we need it as far in terms of comp, and it makes these lizard tasks a lot easier. It was only like 80 points or something like that, so and doing the 50th tasks at Konar, we have like 700 something right now, so we're looking pretty good. Yeah, so if anybody was screaming thinking that I wasted the points, it's a permanent unlock, so I do need it. Hellhounds again. The other annoying thing about Turiel skipping is that when you Turiel skip, it doesn't count as you like actually doing the task. So you can get the task back to back. Like, you can skip with a Turiel task, and then she just gave me Hellhounds. She could give me Hellhounds again on the next task, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, I really should get Kingdom out of the way. If I were to pick up this streaming thing on a more regular basis, it likely wouldn't be... Or I should say, next week I have to travel. I'm going to America for a week to take care of some stuff, and then my dad's coming down to... Actually, I don't think... I think I need to rewind. I don't think I told you guys this, but I live in Mexico. And so... for about 2 weeks or so, I'll be pretty busy. So I was thinking about what I'm going to do then. Maybe I'll do some like Arty Nights on mobile or something like that. Get up to like 90-ish thieving maybe. And then after that, I don't know, because 90 plus thieving is when we have a bunch of completionist stuff to do, because we need, what, we need like 3 Pharaoh Scepters or something like that, as well as blood shards and elves, and there's a bunch of like thieving stuff that we need to do like post 90 ish in terms of collection logs. But yeah, but early game, there's I don't think there's anything other than the rogue's outfit, right? Like the rogue's outfit is a completion thing, but other than that, I don't think there's really anything to do completionist wise. Actually, we might need to do some LMS this stream, because I think I'm running out of rune arrows. That might be more interesting to watch than Turiel skipping. Just maybe. Something I also realized about revs is that I should maybe do revs on high risk worlds, because I'm just doing them with an MSB. Like the MSB is my protect item when I'm doing revs. So it's like, you know, what am I losing? And I figure, I don't know if anybody has any experience with high risk worlds, but I figure the traffic's probably pretty low. Aren't you also permanently skulled on high risk worlds? So that would make it easier for me as well, right? Maybe? Or am I mistaken on that? I thought on high risk worlds you were permanently skulled while you're in the wilderness. Or does the high risk world effect not count as a skull? I don't know. We could test it out. Spiders again. All right. See what I mean? There's so much dialogue with Turiel, but if I go to him in Berthorpe, it doesn't take that long. And if any of you out there are fans of cigars or whiskey, I'd be more than happy to hear your suggestions as well, and try something new on stream. This track, this is from the Hollow Knight soundtrack, but doesn't this sound like Stardew Valley music? Maybe we'll try out. We'll see where our LMS points are at in a second because running low on rune arrows. Then maybe you guys can give me some tips. Also, I would be curious to try out Dragon Wilds. I've always liked that kind of genre of survival games and stuff like that. So that could be fun to try out sometime. I think it's still in early access though. Maybe, I don't know, maybe better is to wait until it's like properly out. From the little things I've heard, has anybody in the chat tried Dragon Wilds? From the few things I've heard, it seemed like it had pretty good feedback. But I haven't looked into it extensively. I do think it's a cool concept though, like a survival game that's like taking place in an actual universe with some kind of lore, rather than just like you know, you're in the middle of nowhere or something. Like Subnautica is excellent if you guys have never played Subnautica. I played that. Like the problem with Subnautica is like it's pretty much like a one playthrough thing. Like there's no there's not really any replayability to it. I'm sure some people would argue with me about that, but yeah, I thought Subnautica was excellent. Yeah, we're getting low on these points, but I probably could use adamant arrows for this too, couldn't I? But whatever. We'll get 1500 if we run out of those. I do have to hop off in about 2 hours though. We'll see. Okay. Again, 156 tasks that we got to be up to. By the end of this, we're gonna have a bunch of points, though. That's good. Spiders, okay. I'm gonna kill these things for the chance at the keys. Because I would like range potions. I had some range potions from Artio. And it made a huge difference on my last rev task. An insane difference. But, yeah. So I'm gonna kill these things. Even though it's a little bit slow, I think. But I've done a few tasks at these things. I mean, to be fair, it's not a lot of kills when you kill them here, but I still haven't gotten one of those keys yet. I cannot focus on. Another thing I really want to go for on this account is a early Inferno cape. So that would probably be with a rune crossbow, which I've never done before. But I think it would be a fun challenge. And also the Inferno is always like my favorite piece of content in the game. But I reckon with we could probably do it with a rune crossbow and a blowpipe, something like that. I think I've seen you can do it now with the Eclipse set as well. But I think blowpipe's quite a bit better. And I feel like Zulrah is kind of a joke nowadays. I've heard the Royal Titan staff is really good there as well, and that's pretty easy to obtain. I think it's like better than the Swamp Trident. And also, obviously, from Mage Training Arena, we have some really good items there. If we had the Odium, or not the Odium Ward, the Malediction Ward, that would also probably be pretty good at Zulrah, right? So I think Zulrah would be pretty straightforward. Also, the Twin Flame staff isn't affected by your magic level, right? So if we wanted to go do Zulrah at like 90 mage or something like that, then it would probably be a lot better than a Trident. Oh. I cannot multitask and one tick flick at the same time. Oh lord. Oh duh, I'm not wearing my Avas. No wonder I'm going through so many arrows. Nobody told me that. Nobody noticed. Yeah, but if you guys would like to see more streams and whatnot in the future, let me know what you guys... it probably wouldn't be very often, maybe a couple times a week, something like that. Once or twice a week, but I'd be down to do it every now and then. Depending on how things go with the business, I would say. Oh. Say best case... Okay, I'm gonna shut up so I can focus on not dying here real quick. Oh. There we go. I'd say, honestly, best case scenario, I get way too busy with the business and then I can't do any of this stuff anymore. Which may sound odd, but that would be the best case scenario. But we'll see how it turns out. Ava's. There we go. Alright, Cristelia, please. It's been like 80 tasks now. Nope. By the way, I was mistaken. If you ever want to do this, Cristelia doesn't really give a shit if you've completed Dragon Slayer or not. She will just give you dragons. So I initially skipped Barrow's Gloves because I was under that assumption that she was like other Slayer Masters and couldn't assign you dragons if you didn't have Dragon Slayer done. But I was mistaken. Let's change up the background music a bit. Newbie melody, that seems fitting. Nice. Problem with that is I'm not on the normal spellbook, so Ranarr. I guess we're not really far from Ranarr right now, are we? Come on. Well, I didn't want to go back to Artio until I had the diary done. I don't think you guys want to watch me do smithing, right? We could go do some Artio. Why not? I don't think with my massive following that anyone's trying to stream snipe me. I realize I can't do that because I don't have I don't have studded chops in the bank. And we can get them, but I don't feel like going back to Ranarr right this second on Lunars. I need to finish those when I was on the other spellbook as well. That's alright. Oh, we played around a little bit with Soul Wars. That was really boring. But we did do it. Okay, we're gonna mix up the Mystic because I think I put that in a stash unit or something. But that's alright. Let's go kill some Artio. 12 charges, that won't do. Yeah, so that's the other issue is like with me doing a bunch of other wilderness tasks right now is I don't have a lot of ether because I got spooned so hard on the staff. So this is the ether situation. Not looking too good in that regard. Let's do Mage's Book. Cape. I got all of the Mage Arena 2 capes, by the way, for the house. Yeah, that's fine, right? Actually, I think I saw there's something in the settings where you can, like, You can like disable the ability to get skulls, right? That's really, really cool. That's a really cool update. I guess in that case, I still feel super nervous about this, but let's bring this instead. I don't know if it gives us a max hit or not. And then let's just save the GP and do it like this. That doesn't benefit me at all, but... do I have an amulet of magic or something in here? No. Nor am I, and then I'll just leave it like that then. Oh, you know what? No, we don't need that. We need a black mask. I'm an idiot. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, okay, so that's the item that we would, in theory, lose, which is if we got smited or something. But that's fine. I'm feeling safe with that setup. Cool. Last time I did this, I didn't have a black mask, by the way, so this should be significantly faster. Last time I did audio, it chewed through a bunch of food and stuff. I don't need a looting bag. Alright, none of you fuckers can kill me. Something like that. I don't think there's anything else I need, right? Just food. Something like that. Bum, 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 bum. This is a bounty hunter world? I probably don't want to be here, right? Something I have noticed with these wilderness bosses, the low-level ones, or the solo ones, they're always packed, it seems like. My RDO KC, by the way, is like 100, I think. There is activity inside. Probably should. Do you know how it is that people like hide their world and stuff like that when their cave is empty? Okay. I have gotten KO'd several times by this guy's ranged or mage attack. That thing. Oh, and I swapped. Shit. Like that. Oh, I'm definitely hitting way better with the black mask. Dude, I'm crushing this thing. Oh my god, I was lagging there. That's fair. I mean, you guys are all watching though. Yeah, you can entangle and kite him, but isn't this the better way to just tank the melees? Because otherwise that magic attack does like 50 damage. So you could pray mage, right? And then wouldn't the range attack hit me more consistently? I could I could be very wrong here, so I don't know. But, so please let me know. I thought the meta was just to sit in melee range and let him melee you. And then wait for his attacks like that so he doesn't do the mage attack and KO me. Also, like, this is pretty hard for me to die because I can just exit the cave if somebody comes in. Oh. Oh, that's probably why I got hit by the special attack, because it's not when it registers. You can swap, not when it he throws it, it's when it hits you. Like a Jad attack or something. That's probably why it hit me just then. Well, I'll try that out once I have the hard diary done and I can teleport out instantly. I don't think I have enough food here. Got you. Okay, that makes sense. Well, once I get the diary, I'll try that. To be fair, he is pretty close to the bank too. Like, it's not a huge deal. Oh, by the way, whatever update Jagex did to, like, the partial jewelry placeholders in the bank, chef's kiss. I don't know 100% how it works or anything like that. So you're saying it's like this, you pray range. Okay, I hope I don't die here. Okay, now I pray mage? Oh shit, you're right. Check that out. Okay. I didn't know it worked like that. It's kind of crazy that I still miss sometimes with this setup. The kills are quite a bit faster with the Black Mask, though. Like I said, last task I didn't have it. Range pots, that's what I'm looking for. This, and then those keys from the Syracuse dungeon is pretty much my only reliable source of range pots right now. So those are awesome to save up. They make killing revs significantly faster. Almost 69 HP. Yeah, it looks like I'm gonna get 3 kills this trip. I couldn't do that before. Prior to the Black Mask, I mean. Was that a 36 my max hit? Not bad. $69 HP. This is the super compost was really nice too, actually. Laren's key, that's really nice. Actually, you know what? We can do that before we finish off the stream. Is go open the Laren's keys and the couple Brimstone keys I have, because I want to do the smithing grind soon for the whatchamacallit, the diary. So I'm pretty sure you can get smithing supplies from those as part of that. And that, I think, by the way, is pretty much going to be like, once we get the Rev weapon, that's going to be like the major wilderness goal, is getting Dagonhide done. Because after that, I think that like through getting Dagonhide, we're going to get like most of the wilderness logs out of the way, probably, right? And then after we get Dagonhide, I think, I mean that's a long grind. Dagonhide's a long grind, right? So after we get Dagonhide, we're probably going to be like a pretty high level Slayer at that point, and we can look at, okay, like what do we want to finish off in terms of logs. What? Thank you for letting me know you can switch prayers after that's thrown out, because I got KO'd several times. After that, I was actually bringing Pnex with me before I realized that it was a magic attack and you could pray against it. I was bringing Pnex so that I wouldn't get one shot by that. Because I also had lower, like I had like 60 HP, right? So he would max me a 50 with that attack, and then smack me with a melee attack or whatever. But yeah, I think we'll do that. I have to get off about an hour and a half, but I think we can do that last, is do our Laren's keys and our Brimstone keys. I think with that one we just got, I think we have 6 Laren's keys. Again, unlikely we get anything interesting. That's nice. Interesting there with that amount, but more or less just to see. Can you get bars from those? Actually, I don't even know what you can get from them in terms of smithing, but I'm pretty sure there's something that's related to smithing that you can get. Maybe it's just like Ranarr or something, which wouldn't be useful to me right now, but dude, I'm smashing him this time. What? That's also why I like this melee method. I don't know if if I look at the stream real quick. What was that guy's name? Oh, I just realized looking at the stream preview, this looks super fuzzy to me. Does that look fuzzy for you guys? Alright, maybe it's just the preview, so it looks that way for me. But the one I'm looking at on YouTube, it looks like super, super pixelated. I was gonna see if that guy was even on the combat level to attack me. Yeah. Let me know, does the stream look super pixelated for you guys? I mean, I imagine it would be a little bit. I'm streaming in 720p, but it shouldn't be that. Like, it shouldn't look like that. But it very well could just be the YouTube preview that I'm looking at. That is the other nice thing about this method, though. I guess we could do this in case somebody's spying. Nope, never mind. Yeah, it just shows you right there, doesn't it? Here, maybe I can... There we go. Oh, no, I just showed it again. Whatever. Not too grainy, but not too clear either. I feel like that means it's pretty the picture I was looking at was very pixelated. I'll have to look at the recording. Oh god. I'll have to look at the recording from the stream after this and see what it looks like. Might have to play with the OBS settings and stuff like that. Oh yeah, if you guys want, come join the clan. Come hang out. I'm not sure if you need somebody to actually, like, I think you can just apply. And the Discord, too. There's not a ton of people in there, but semi-active. Alright. That's nice. Yeah, the normal drops from these bosses are awesome. So she always tries to melee you if you're just standing still, right? If I'm understanding that correctly. How was your guys' day today? Mine was kind of a mixed bag. I had this proposal for a company that was a really perfect fit for what I do. It would have been super successful. Doing the work for them it would have been it would have been like shooting fish in a barrel, essentially. In terms of doing some cold calling for them. But the owner of the company's like in his late 70s, and he was like looking at retiring, and he's like, oh, I don't think so. And he's like, oh, I think I'm just gonna be, you know, I don't know. He had other plans for the company, I think. And that was a shame. So it would have been very, very easy to be successful. Essentially doing the like outbound cold calling stuff that I do. But then after that, with my other client, things are going really well, so that's good. Actually, speaking of which, okay. My other client is a pharmaceutical consulting company. So they help pharma companies like navigate all the FDA regulations and stuff like that. Did he hop in there? No, he didn't. He hopped. Okay. And what's particularly difficult with what they do, the pharma consulting, in terms of selling it, I should say, is with what they have us targeting for them, they specifically want us going after like established commercial companies, which means like it's a company that already has a drug that's on the market and FDA approved and all that. Am I lagging? I'm definitely lagging. Oh no, I'm out of charges. That's what's going on. That's like the specific niche they have us targeting. And so it makes it particularly difficult. Because you have to, there's plenty of like databases for contact data and stuff like that. But that's not the kind of thing that you can find there. So you have to be a little bit creative with research and whatnot. But we found it, we booked them 3 opportunities this week, which is if you're not in the space, it might not sound like a lot, but that's a big deal. You know, those clients, you know, might be worth over 100 grand a year to them. So that's a really big deal. So yeah, although that other meeting didn't, or that other deal didn't close, still a good day. Dragon Bones. That's another sick regular drop from these. I really would like to get the Mauritania Hard Diary done before going to Barrows. And so any extra prayer XP we can get, because you need piety for that diary. Any extra prayer XP we get is great. I suppose we could do, you know, we could farm some more Scurious for Prayer XP as well. It's not super fast, but you do get those lamps from it. So that could be a way to go. We'll see where we're at, probably like after the wilderness grind. We're at almost 52 right now. I don't think there's a lot of quests left that give prayer XP. But let's see here. I'm getting distracted looking at the calculator, but there's so many damn items I can't even find. Dragon bones, there we go. Wait a minute, 70 prayer is only 1200 dragon bones at the Chaos Altar? Well, hell, we could... Okay, I'm definitely not worried about it then. We'll also get some other passive XP and stuff like that, so... yeah, that's nothing. We have like 100 in the bank right now, which isn't a lot, but... but we're getting, you know, a few ensouled heads here and there. We will get a little bit of extra XP from other quests and things like that, so... No, I'm not worried at all about getting 70 prayer. Yeah, don't all the wilderness bosses drop dragon bones as well? So if we're doing this wilderness grind and we're assuming we're not going to do piety prior to finishing that for I don't know, combat levels, I guess, then it definitely shouldn't be an issue, right? Because we should easily have 70 prayer banked at that point. Let's try for one more kill. Prayer feels like nowadays it's so easy on an Iron Man. With all the new like Arceus spells and the Ectoplasmator is super strong. That like scales a lot better than the Bone Crusher does. Because there's certain like I think Phantom Muspa is something is like counted by the Ectoplasmator, so it gives you like 500 prayer XP or something like that. Yeah, I was also doing an Aberrant Spectre task for Ranarr in the Catacombs, and each one of those with the Ectoplasmator gave like 60 XP or something like that. So yeah, I feel like on an Iron Man, prayer is way easier than it ever has been. I remember on the very first video of this series, somebody had commented in reference to the Wintertot updates that came out with the warmth system and stuff like that, that I made the #1 mistake in terms of grinding anything in OSRS, and that is I didn't just wait until it got easier. And I feel like that applies to a lot of stuff. So you're saying this is how I would do it with Entangles. is like pray range and then you flick to mage. Oh, the other thing I realized about the wilderness is in Slayer is that any bursting tasks should be totally free, right? Because you have those ice sack things. So once we get to doing normal Wildy Slayer, any like jellies or dust devils or whatever are free to burst as well. And I've got a bunch of those ice sacks from Castle Wars and Revs and whatever else. They're cheap from the LMS shop too. Yeah, I saw they made demonics easier. And you're waiting to do... Yeah, it's like... Sire is one that I can understand. Slayer's enchantment, I've got a few of those now. Those are very useful. I don't really understand why they made demonics easier. Like, demonics weren't that hard to begin with. The Sire changes I can understand more. But, like... I always thought demonics were fine. Like, there was obviously, you know, some mechanics and stuff to it, but I didn't think that was an issue. I always thought, so like, you know how Jagex recently they've come out with a bunch of PVM content, like these low and mid-level bosses, like Scurious, like these new Varlamore bosses and stuff like that. As an intention of like kind of building up the bossing ladder that people have to utilize mechanics for lower level content rather than low level bosses being just like KBD and mole, right? I always felt like demonics kind of did a good job of that from the very beginning. Sure, that's fair. And then Tormented Demons, they're based on like number of attacks rather than damage, right? If I'm not mistaken. HP percentage, so pretty much they switch like... Oh, okay. Yeah, actually I think you're right now that I remember. It's like they switch once they get to 25%, then 50% or something like that. I did not time that properly. So it's something like that, right? I'm excited to do Tormented Demons on this account, though. When did Tormented Demons came out pretty recently, right? Okay, I think we're gonna do one more trip and then I think we'll go do those keys and stuff because I have a hard stop at 8 o'clock. Mountain time, that is. Make sure we get that in. And if we have some leftover time, maybe we'll do a little LMS or something. But, I haven't been using my bracelets either. I need to do that. Somewhat, yeah. Also, this seems to be an unpopular opinion, but I'm not a big fan of Perilous Moons. Not the bosses themselves. I think the bosses themselves are a unique design. I like the fact that it incentivizes defense, which not a lot of content in the game does. I'm just not a fan of how strong the gear is for how easy it is to get. Also, it feels like, to me, I said this in another video, I think, but it feels like Varlamore as a whole is like one of those things that's just like designed for Iron Man, and I'm not a fan of that. Like, I think that the whole point of Iron Man mode is that it's supposed to be different, right? It's supposed to be a different challenge in a different way. So like, I'm not a big fan of content that's like designed for Iron Man. Like the whole dupe protection thing is a perfect example of that, right? Like, not that I think that mechanic in and of itself is terrible, right? But like that's just an example of something that's like definitely makes it feel like it was designed for Iron Man. $34 charges. I don't know if that's enough to get this kill. Yeah, so I think after this trip we'll go grab those keys, and then I'll finish this off once I off stream. I can go do some. I can go get the smithing grind done, which most of it's banked again, so we're pretty much good there. For the dupe protection? I guess. I mean, I see where you're coming from, but even then, I'm not sure if it's the best idea. Like, I don't know. Like I don't think that. So okay, here's another probably more controversial opinion. Is I don't think that things should be really designed around the collection log either. So, like for example, I saw that a lot of people complaining about the stackable clues proposal and saying that you couldn't stack enough clues. I actually thought that the stackable clues proposal was a very good compromise, that essentially you're going to be able to stack like 3 to 5 clues at most, right? I thought that was a really good compromise because I don't really think that you should be able to stack like 25 clues or 50 clues or whatever it is in RS, like you can in RS3. I just don't think it should be that way. And like, I saw a lot of people saying like, oh, well, that's like barely enough if you need to do like hundreds and thousands of clues, right? Like, I feel like that's not really the design intention behind clue scrolls. Like, you shouldn't be doing 1,000 clues, right? Like, what was I doing? Brimstone keys, that's right. Yeah, like I feel like you shouldn't be doing 1,000 clue scrolls. Like that's kind of not the intention, you know. And I get that people are like, oh, so I feel like people complaining about the clue scroll update, you know, they're more complaining about like wanting to complete the clue logs. Like, I feel like the clue logs, they're not really intended to be completed, you know, and I think that's fine. Like, I think that's totally, like, even despite, like, this account would obviously very much benefit from there being, like, 50 stackable clues, right? A ton. You know? I could stack up like 50 of those. You need clue rolls for higher, so it kind of does make needing. Okay, yeah, sure, but for that you need to do a couple hundred, right? But not thousands, which is like what a lot of people were insinuating, I feel like. But again, I feel like the clue proposal as it was a really good compromise. That it's like, okay, if you can stack 3 to 5 clues, you can finish your Slayer task without having to bank, or bank all your gear because a hard clue makes you go to the wilderness, right? So you can do a couple of clues, you can stack up a few, but it's still like within the spirit of clue scrolls that I feel like clue scrolls were designed to be this thing that you have to like go out of your way to do, right? But I feel like it's efficiency scape and everything else that makes people want to that everything needs to be able to be like grindable, right? But certain things don't need to be, you know? Like these keys are actually another good example of that, right? Yeah, okay, so flared trousers being required for masters. Like, again, I think that's another example of like a unique Iron Man problem that is like, you just kind of got to deal with it, right? Like, the game shouldn't have to make accommodations for Iron Man for that thing, right? Hold on, it's YouTube clip time. Wait, nope, not that. Let me do a YouTube clip. All right, so I am doing a live stream again, and we got a bears task. We killed a few on task, but I really want to get the hard diary done before we go back and finish off this RDO task. Nothing eventful happened there. And so with that, we need smithing. So I figured now is a better time than ever to open up these brimstone keys as well as these Laren's keys. I don't know if there's really anything particularly helpful there, but in terms of smithing specifically, I'm not going to look at the drop tables. Let's just open these up and, you know, see if we get anything interesting. Raw monkfish, that's nice, I suppose. You know, can't complain. Let's go open up these, though. So, sure, that's true. Yeah, that's what I'm not a big fan of, like, intentionally making accommodations for Iron Man. You know? Again, I think that's like the whole like intention and kind of like beauty behind the game mode is that it's supposed to be different and difficult and whatever else. It's supposed to be. That's the way I see it. But I don't know why I'm bringing this stuff. If I get caught, I'm pretty much fucked either way. But whatever. Yeah. Let's open up these keys. Yeah. That was a really popular, unpopular opinion. I was watching No Monkey's review of the of that update, and most of the time I actually agree with his takes on updates. But that was an exception because he was like, "Oh, that's not even enough clues," and you know, that's gonna mean so that you can't, you know, abuse the clue scrolls to skip steps and keep 40 of them on the ground, right? And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, yeah, but I'm pretty sure that's not like the intended way of doing it either, right? Now, I'm all for old school keeping unintended features in the game, like prayer flicking and stuff like that. But if in the case of clue scrolls, you can provide a reasonable alternative, being able to like, hey, you can stack up 5 scroll boxes or 3 or whatever it is. That kind of, you know, solves the initial problem without allowing it to just be like abused like crazy. I think that's a great alternative, you know. I am going the wrong way, aren't I? Yes, I am. I am an idiot. Where am I going? No, I'm not, because it's the crash shift over here. Right? Actually, I don't know if I've done this before. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So that's kind of how I feel about that. Like, or it's another example of that. Like, honestly, you know what? Recently, I've kind of like seen, I feel like the culture of old school change to be like, more like RS3 culture in a lot of ways. Like, a lot of people just like want things to be easier. Hold on. All right, Laren's key times. If we can get some Dagon high pieces, obviously we won't at this few keys, but see, that's awesome for smithing. That's what I'm talking about. What else do we get? Dragon arrows. Okay. Okay. I mean, hey, I'm super happy with that. That's actually an awesome loot. I'm really, really happy with that. How much is our rune plate bodies? That's 200k in Alps right there. I'm really, really happy with that. Okay, that didn't take nearly as long as I thought it would. So, I guess we could finish off the stream with a little LMS. You guys can see how terrible I am at LMS. Yeah. But yeah, I'm like totally okay with certain things in this game being like impossibly difficult, you know? Even when it comes to like we were just talking about No Monkey, right? Like somebody like him, he would probably say, well, yeah, that's fine, but difficulty shouldn't be surrounded around grinds. It should be surrounded around like mechanical skill. And I think that's fair, and that's true. But I think both can exist, right? Because like at its core, old school's always been kind of a grindy game, and so I don't think that, you know, certain grinds to aspire to being more of a time thing, I don't think that's inherently bad. But I also do think that there should be good mechanical skill grinds in the game, and I think the old school team's done a great job of that. I mean, look at the recent PVM content that's come out. There's yeah, there's tons of PVM challenges, the combat achievements, obviously, right? Like, sure, the combat achievements are flawed in their own way, but it's, you know, it's still very good. I think things like the combat achievements are great. Things that can add a new breath, or like I even said in the first video of this series, like the collection log, kind of adding a new breath to maxed accounts and whatnot, giving them new goals without adding any new content or adding any new power creep, right? Now obviously you can't have all updates like that. You do need new content, but I do think sprinkling things like that along the way are really good. Let me take 5 minutes quick. Make sure the girlfriend's not dead and go to the bathroom, and then we'll do a couple LMS games quick. So, be right back. All right, we're back. Oh, my Mexicana is making something really, really good. I don't know what. Oh, something new. Oh, yeah. All right. Hope you guys have your coaching hats on, because I suck at this game. A lot. I've gotten to top 2, I think twice, but never won a game. Also, last time I played was like a week ago, so I'm definitely going to be rusty. I know I'm probably like wasting my brew by doing that right there, but I generally don't do a good job of utilizing it properly. Actually, I think this is a bot right here. Okay. And of course now I'm... God damn it. Oh, wow. This guy's a pro. He stepped out at that angle knowing that I couldn't attack him. And I staff bashed him. You gotta be kidding me. I am so bad. So that's why people step out at an angle, because you can't melee. Oh, well, I just learned something though. Ah, of course. Okay, this guy is destroying me. Well, I got really lucky there. Wow. Good fight. Yeah, okay. Sure. So now I'm very rusty out, like I have played better than that in the past. But even when I was playing better and I get to the later rounds, those are the guys that I don't stand a chance against. Even when I'm playing like the best for me. Oh, I'm not on this. Okay, I don't know what this guy's doing. That's not right, but... Need that on. What is this guy doing? Oh, he got me? I am not doing this properly. Good thing is this guy is worse than I am, I think, so I think we got this. As long as I don't... As long as I don't throw this. And I pray correctly, because I definitely shouldn't have been on mage pray that long. Like that. I definitely need to beat there. That guy I definitely should have beat. Oh, wow. Okay, this guy's venging. So I should have the opportunity to kick his ass if I do this properly. Okay, he's camping DDS. Okay, because he wants to do that. That's fine. He can't freeze me though, so there that is. Ooh. That was dangerous, actually. I actually turned my run off instead of specking. Okay, what am I doing? I need to freeze this guy. And then we step out at a diagonal like that, right? Because then he can't melee me. Unless I do it like that, then he can't melee me. Bye. Well, that last one was because he unfroze, but... As you guys see, I have a lot to learn. And a lot to practice. A lot of it's just like mechanical deficiency. Pure. This is like by far my worst one. Okay. Something I noticed is that in the pure mode, people seem like they tend to like camp magic more for damage. And so, is this guy not eating at all? Okay, there you go. Okay, that works. I lost the stream chat. Where'd it go? There we go. B rank's probably better. That's an upgrade though. I'll take that. Let's see. Okay. That guy stepped out of range intentionally to do that. And he went long range. He's got an ACV. That's a really, really good item. Ah, fuck, I misclicked. Yeah, I definitely need to be really, really careful. This guy's, Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I knew that was coming and I still wasn't fast enough. Oh, God. If I want any chance, I gotta DDS this guy, right? Yeah. He outplayed me really hard. Oh, yeah. So once I got the hang of this, I was doing better than I am right now, but still very, very poor. Oh, come on. You've got to be kidding me. Okay. That was a nice smack. Nice. Get back here, boy. Okay. Oh, come on. This guy might be worse than I am, though, so... Oh, shit. Okay, got him. Scuffed equals stuff. Okay, that's really good. We'll take that. Drop those. Oh, that's a sick upgrade. See where we're at here. Gonna be honest, I have no idea what the Opal Bolt spec does. I need to be praying correctly. What? I was chanced there for sure. Huh. Honestly, with this setup, I feel like I'm like pretty well off just like bolt camping. Huh. Yeah, no, that's not it. That's it. got him. Sweet. 2 kills down. Shield upgrade and a G-Maul. I am definitely not skilled enough to be able to use that properly. Whatever. We'll take that. And this guy's definitely kitted out better than I am. Let's drop this thing so we don't get confused. Because we definitely will. Come on! To be fair, I know I had plenty enough time to actually switch prayers there. I had plenty enough time, I was just way too slow. Since starting this, I've definitely gotten the hang a little bit, but yeah, as you see, there's still a very large gap there. We're out of range. And this guy's hitting and I'm not. That sucks. Okay. No, I was gonna walk under him so he couldn't freeze me. There we are. This guy also seems pretty slow to switch though, so... Okay. I'm way too low HP. Need to fix that. Oh, of course. Now the guy's doing the thing. God damn it. What do you mean I can't reach that? There it is. Okay. Okay. Good news. This guy's also really bad. Oh. We have an issue though, guys. I might be worse. Yeah, why am I camping that low of HP? Go out if I know. Yeah. Oh. I told you guys I suck. Oh, we're the dogs, but I can't, no, that's my dog. He's just obnoxious, so. He doesn't bark a lot, but no, nobody's breaking into my house. Although I am in Mexico, that is a valid concern. Oh, oh Lord. Dude had that freeze timing down. Oh, that was lucky. We'll take it. Oh, Lord. Oh, I fucked up. I fucked up. I had him too. And now he's just playing games with me. Oh, what? Last tit, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah, so this is fun, but I gotta figure this out because if I don't, I'm never gonna get those capes. Okay, this guy must be a bot. I mean, I didn't know max bots played LMS, but whatever. We'll take it. We need all the help that we can get, so... What's the other one? Oh, Staff of the Dead. That's a big upgrade. Okay. Oh. Yeah, that's a huge upgrade. Oh. Of course. Well, the good news is, in this mage battle... Okay, he went long range, are you kidding me? Okay. With the Staff of the Dead, I outclassed this guy big time. Okay. What am I doing? Oh. The fuck am I doing? I am not... There we go. Ah, shit, shit. This guy's way out of my league. Let's see. Oh lord, what the fuck am I doing? Oh my god. No! You've got to be kidding me. Oh. Oh. You've got to be kidding me. I totally deserved that kill, by the way. You want a snack, buddy? Yeah. There you go. Boy. Totally deserved. One HP. Okay, I just looked this guy up out of curiosity. Same LMS rank as I am, so we're on I should win this. There's no excuse. Ah, fuck. I just brewed. What am I doing? Guys being fancy trying to do these swaps and stuff like that. Oh god, that's ridiculous. Of course. Okay. Keep Prey Mage on, do it. I am not wearing my staff. That's pretty important for accuracy, don't you think? Oh god. Damn it. He got me off prayer like every time. Yeah, so as you guys can see, I need a lot of help here. Because we need 1,000 LMS wins. I don't mind grinding this out, so despite my performance, I'm having fun. But unfortunately, the fun doesn't get us the clogs, so Oh lord, we got a little swapperoo. Dude hit it. Oh, I'm not praying mage, I'm an idiot. Okay, that was a nice XP drop. Okay. Dude, we are smashing this guy. I'm not praying correctly, but, you know, smashing him. So that's cool. He's still not praying melee for some reason. So, neither are we. Okay, we were smashing that guy. Noob. True, but so are you, dude. You were getting shit on by me, and that's saying something. Hold on, let's look this guy up. 0. Okay, he does have double the LMS rank as I do. But still, that means there's no excuse to be getting shit on by me. Oh, yeah, so if anybody actually knows what they're doing, feedback is more than welcome. Why didn't... Okay, unlucky. Yeah, is anybody watching actually any good at LMS? I gotta hop off in a little bit here, but I'd be open for some help sometime. Also, apparently when the LMS world is on a US world, that's when all the tryhards come out to play. Somebody told me that. But don't know how true that is. Oh, come on, no. Oh. Of course. I thought I still had the refreeze timer to my advantage. I guess not. Okay, that's how we do. Except I really need that. Okay. Can we smack him with the... No, we cannot. Okay. Panic eating. Ah, I messed that up. I totally had him if I did that properly. Okay, well that works. Sit, bro. Oh, that's good. That's really good. Yes, sir. You'll drop that. I know I probably shouldn't, but I'm not talented enough to use all the weapons properly at the same time, so I'm limiting my options. Reducing margin of error. Okay. There we go. I didn't have strength prey on because I'm an idiot. And I'm gonna die because I don't have that on either. Okay. Yeah, I was about to say. I don't have fucking anything on in that case. I think if I can do this and pretty much just take the talent out of the equation, with the ballista, I should win, right? And also I can take advantage of the him not being able to take advantage of the if I do this properly anyways, which I'm definitely not. I was gonna say take advantage of the the attack speed. God, why am I so fucking bad? There we go. Fuck me. I had no excuse for losing that. Let's see, what was that guy's? I think I had time for one more. That guy was my LMS rank too. AKA noob. My clicks were kind of... I think in that case, like, I kind of knew what I was supposed to do. But my clicks were kind of just all over the place. I think I was just kind of panicking. You know. That's funny. For those of you guys who don't speak Spanish. Oh, okay, never mind. I think these guys are... I'm not sure if they're talking about farming GP. Oh my god, I'm so bad. Oh lord. And of course I just swapped prayers. I think he's out of DDS specs though. Oh lord. Oh. God, that was so terrible. Okay, one more. Then I'm getting off. I had luck on my side as well. with that guy. Like, he double 0 DDS, I think, on my robes. Nobody has any constructive criticism? Because I'm very, very open to such. Do a little. Ah. What the fuck is this guy doing? Well, I should have the upper hand on this guy. Assuming we do the whole, you know, just frozen bolt boxing match thing. Because of all that damage I just get on him. Oh, unless I die to a bolt because I'm not praying correctly. That'll do it. Oh, come on, what? That was some bullshit. I don't know what happened there. Did I eat at the wrong time or something? I must have. I'm dead. I got chanced. Oh lord. Oh, he can still attack me there. Okay. Good to know. That's like something that's so inconsistent about this game, you know, is the line of sight with these trees. Oh lord. He's maxed at 31. Come on. We have both got to be out of food at this point, right? Alright, we won the battle of attrition. Okay, that's an upgrade. I do not trust myself to use true range. I don't trust myself to use those properly. We're gonna try though. Range weapons with two different ammos at the same time. I don't trust myself with that. Oh, no. Of course, this guy's got a Staff of the Dead, too. So we are definitely not winning this. Damn. I just needed to eat there. I was actually doing fine. I just needed to eat there, right? Oh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's all for tonight. But yeah, again, I don't know if this streaming thing will be a regular thing for me. If I were to make a schedule, it wouldn't be till sometime in May, because like I said, I'm going to be traveling like next Wednesday. And even if I did, it'd probably be once or twice a week. But yeah, this is fun for me. So if you guys enjoyed, I think the LMS is a good thing to do on stream. So if you'd like to see more of that, unfortunately, we still don't have a rev task. So I think off stream I'll be trying to knock out those really hard diaries. Getting the smithing level might unlock a few other hard diaries for us, and then finish off that RDO task and get back to excuse me, the Revenant task skipping grind. Thing is, at this rate, this episode 11, I think I'm recording, might be super long, so longer than what they've already been, so I might have to break it up maybe after this RDO task or something like that. That could be a good place to stop for the next episode. I don't know. I'll have to think about it because it's been a while. We've done like another rev task, and then we're at like 80 something tasks dry, which really sucks. But is what it is. We did get lucky on like the first 2 or 3 though. So I see that a bunch of other people like filed in kind of at the end of the stream here. Is later kind of better for you guys in terms of timing? If I were to do this on a more regular basis. Something I was kind of thinking about was maybe like one longer stream on like Saturdays as well. Like noon to 8-ish my time, which would be like 2 to 10 Eastern time, something like that. That might work better for some of the holy shit, this guy's ranked 26 LMS on his Ultimate Ironman. Wow. Anyways, yeah, if you guys have feedback on that, like give me a shout or something in Discord. Be curious to see. But again, probably won't be any regular. It'll probably just be on and off here and there until after like middle of May. So, but thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. It was fun. So take care, everybody. See you later.